Hello, I'm Marty Mojica. I'm a screen printer at ABM Print, and this is a day in the life of a screen printer.
I already have this artwork ready to go. I have 2 pieces of artwork already burnt, and I'm gonna just need to burn this one. And what this does, this is gonna be transferred onto the screen, which it has a coating, emulsion, and it's a photosensitive coating, which will react to the ultraviolet light. Anything that the light hits will harden the coating, but with the print under the coating, it'll just wash right off. So that's basically what the artwork does. It'll just wash off, while the rest of the coating on the screen will harden and won't wash off. All these screens in here are different meshes for different artwork. A bold artwork like this will take basically a 110, which is a bigger mesh, and then we can go all the way down to the 305, which is a finer mesh for detail that is really fine detail. That way it'll wash out better. And with a bigger design like this, you just need a 110. Which is our standard mesh that we usually use, and that has the coating on it already. It's a blue coating. That's a photosensitive coating called emulsion. So that's what we're going to use right now. Can't be in sunlight or else it'll expose and it won't work. And this is our light table right here, which has the ultraviolet light, and it'll shine on here. And I get it measured to right about where I need it when I set it up. So I get it measured about right there. And I just close it up, and there you can see down there's an ultraviolet light, which will turn on. And then I gotta count it, lock it in, make sure this is on, got the fan on, then I'll put the vacuum on. And then I gotta expose it for a minute. This will hold it down so it won't move. If it moves, then the image will be blurry. It'll burn maybe like a little, not as crisp. So the vacuum is what holds down the screen so it won't move. So now I'll expose it. I turn on so that's about a minute waiting. So once this is done, I gotta hurry up. Well, not hurry up, but I gotta take it to the sink so it won't expose anymore, or else it won't wash out good. So now I just take off the artwork, put it there, and go to the sink.
This is just basically a pressure washer. And right now you can't see anything because it's not exposed, but now with the water, we'll expose it. You can see it coming out now. Get both sides. Have to get the registration marks out as well, because that's what lines up with the others. I got 3 screens, so that lines up with the other 3 screens when I set it up. So I'm just trying to get it wet and trying to get as much emulsion as I can without the pressure washer on. So all that emulsion that's coming off is what wasn't exposed. That's the artwork that wasn't exposed through the light. So now it's coming off, and I'll just take a little bit off, and then I'll use the pressure washer to make sure that all the emulsion's off. So that's good there. And I'll put the pressure. I think that looks pretty good. And I'll look at it to make sure that all the emulsion's off make sure that it's all cleared without the emulsion, and try to see if there's any imperfections, basically. But it looks pretty good. So then I'll just damp it with a newspaper, get some of the water off. Try to dry it up a little bit, get some excess water off. Just got to look at the light, make sure everything looks good. Looks good. Got to dry it for a few minutes to make sure that it's all dried up. Sometimes if we got some sunlight, the sunlight will dry it up. But if not, I'll put it right here, which is next to the flash. Once I start printing, and if we've got multicolors, the flash will dry the one color so I could put on another color. It won't smear. It'll dry it, but it won't cure it. So it's just kind of like just to dry it so you can put on the next color once I'm doing it. Yeah, so now it's all dry, ready to go. Okay, so now this is going to be the main body of the print. So I'm going to set this one up. So I just pick a spot that I want, make sure that it's the registration marks lines up the lines, and make sure everything's set up that way. And just check it, make sure that it feels good, looks good. Looks pretty good. Then I'll tape. Got to tape the sides because there's no emulsion on the sides, so it'll squash out, make a mess. So I got to tape it off. Okay, so now that's good. We got the tape on there. We got a good off contact here. So now I'll just go ahead and get this ink that I have here already. It's going to be white. I already have a squeegee. I'll just transfer it here. This ink, it's called a plastisol, and it's a plastic-based ink. Once it dries, it has to dry at a certain temperature for it to cure, or else it'll crack. So it has to be run at a certain temperature through the dryer. I think we got it at 900 degrees right now. Now that I know that it's all registered, I'm going to go ahead and make a test print. So now I'll spray some stickum. This kind of, it's like a tack. Right? And this will keep the shirt from moving. So now I'll go ahead and put the ink on this one. I want to get the registration marks too. That way I'll know where to line up the other shirts. So now I'm lining up these registration marks to the registration marks that are on the shirt. So now this will be the color, will be navy blue. So that way I got it lined up with the registration marks, and that'll be good right there. I got to get a navy squeegee and some ink. So I got to go into the next room. And then I try to just get a much amount that I think that I might need. I think this is only a few shirts, so I don't have to get a whole lot. Just what I think I need. Just kind of spread it out. These are all our squeegees. All the squeegees has a different flex to it. Some are harder squeegees, some are softer. Softer squeegees will squash out the ink a little bit more. Harder squeegees will give it a clarity. But right now it's just a basic 2 lines, so I'm just going to pick just a regular old squeegee. This will work right here. I'm going to go ahead and get the registration marks too, so I can see what the next color is. I can see through it. Yeah, so that's going to be navy and white, and then I'm going to have a red screen. Get some more there, so I could see the registration marks for the next screen. Just put it on there. It's about good right there. Then I gotta get a squeegee. It's very easy to get a little messy at the same time. It's very easy to get ink on your fingers. Some are softer than others. I'm trying to get a little bit. Yeah, let's try. Let's see. This will work. I'm gonna put some tape on that right here, just to make sure that doesn't have ink going through that. And basically after this, that's done. And then we start printing shirts. So that's it, that's finished product. This is just a practice shirt, so I still want to go ahead and dry it out so we can use it again. This is the sizes that we have, the type of shirt, and the layout of the print, and the colors that we're going to be using. So that's what we kind of go off, make sure that everything looks good as far as the work order is concerned. Loading up a shirt, there's certain ways you could do it. The most common is just grabbing it and just pulling it all the way back. And you always want to make sure that the seams are evened out before you pull it back, and you bring it back straight back. And this is a little process itself, just trying to load up the shirt. Make sure it's straight. Okay, so now it's ready to go. Now I'll hit this is just the first shirt, so I always print one shirt to make sure the location looks good and everything looks good before I start printing them all. So I'll print this color first. Since this is a dark shirt, and this is what a lot of other shops probably don't do, but we usually, if it's a dark shirt and we're printing, especially like white, we'll double hit it, like 2 coats. So this is like the first coat, and if you can see here, you can see the shirt kind of showing through. That's what we call like bleeding. So to make it nice and bright, we'll put a second coat on, or double hit it. I'll do that, but I'll put on all 3 colors first, and then I'll hit them all 3 again, because they're all going to need a second coat, second hit. So now what I'll do after it's all done, you can see how much brighter it looks. So now I got to take the shirt off. I don't want to stretch it too much or else it'll warp. So I'm going to just take it off a little bit careful, especially in lines like this. And putting on the tack spray, you can pull it, and sometimes it'll stretch. That's a common thing that'll happen, but you learn that, you know, after you've already done it, then you say, okay, I can't pull it that way because it'll stretch. And that's the finished product right there. A lot of customers come back knowing that we do pretty good work. This job takes skill because there's a lot of training to do. And a lot of people like me, it took where I felt comfortable about a year. You know, it's okay, I can do it. And it'll take a while. You know, it's a skill. I'm a perfectionist, I guess, and everybody knows that. I guess that's why I'm here. I'll stop and this doesn't look right, or I got to touch this up a little bit better, or realign it here. It's a little bit off here or there, and maybe in other companies they might just let it go. We do quality rather than just hurrying up and getting it done. The quality, I believe, is first, and then we got, you know, if we're in a deadline, then that comes. But I think there's a lot of people that just get it out, and then that's where the quality goes down. I think that every job that I do, I'm thinking that it's my job. You know, that's my shirt, and I want to make sure that it's good. So I kind of think that in my mind, I think that, well, I want to make my product good because I'm thinking that it's my shirt, you know. When I first got into it, I didn't even know nothing about it. A cousin of mine told me about that first French shop in Aztec Graphics. I didn't even know what he was talking about. And he says, yeah, they're hiring over there if we want to go, you know, go over there. And I said, okay. And I didn't even know a clue at all. And I went into the shop, and I looked around, and I saw, well, like in the other building, all the ink buckets all in the shelves like that, they had the same thing. And I'm thinking, gonna paint something, I don't know what it is. But I had no idea what I was getting into at all.